And welcome back, everyone. It's another week, another game. This time, we're going to be playing Loom. It's an old one. It's one of the, well, it's not the oldest LucasArts adventure game, but it's up there. If the Secret of Monkey Island references Loom, that means Loom came out either right around or right before the Secret of Monkey Island. Loom was originally released in 1990. And, man, at this point that's 32 years ago. I was 8 years old. I guess, why wait? Let's just start now. I have a talkie version of it, so I don't have to do all the voices myself, which is fantastic. The only problem with the talkie version of it, music doesn't play. However, I've acquired some of the original versions of the soundtracks, which is what you hear under us right now. And I'll be interspersing those in. Oh, you know, I could do that. You know, I told Maria that I would do that, so I will do that. Everybody who's watching the stream, you're wasting your time. Y'all just should not watch. Y'all suck. It's true. Without further ado, though, I'm gonna start Loom. Oh, Lord. Oh, you got it. You got it. You asked for it, you get it. I got yelled at by this lady. Oh, actually, I screwed that up. Well, the chat will fill in. You know, every day, every time I try to do something different with the chat, and there we go. That doesn't really help. I don't want it over my face. And then it gets squished. But I want all the messages at the bottom. Every time I try to do something different, it looks not right. You know, I'll promptly not worry about that right now, and we'll start the game. Times are wasting, though I think I can get this easily done within 3 hours. Not a long game. So, in the beginning, they ask you what difficulty level you want.
Please
you know what?
Choose your skill level.
All right, lady. I'm going expert. Expert means that they won't show you the notes when the notes are played.
Please choose your skill level.
She's been doing this to me for the better part of an hour. She's driving me nuts. So I'm going to choose expert and then not talk. Well, I can talk.
Welcome to the age of the great guilds.
But the intro speaks for itself. And also, if I touch a button, I might stop the intro, and I don't want that to happen. If you didn't catch the Swan Lake connections, there's a lot. Graphics lag thing just happened.
Rise, son of Signa. It is the dawn of your 17th year. The elders await you in the sanctuary.
I've never known them to weave such a bright messenger nymph. I wonder why the elders want to see me. I'd better get down to the village.
So from what I remembered, I am going to toggle the text on. From what I remembered, it's a slightly desynced, so hopefully that doesn't get you guys as annoyed as it gets me. But let's begin. Very simple point and click interface compared to other Scum games and Monkey Island even, you just have your cursor and you can click things.
The last leaf of autumn.
So we clicked on the leaf fell. Clicked on the sky.
It's dawn.
The son of Cigna. I don't think you know his name yet, but you will. Opines. So we're heading down from the top of the mountain. Clearly he doesn't get to stay with the rest of the people. He sleeps on the top of the mountain under a tree. That's the life, I guess. Oop. Wrong,
Don't
tent.
these people ever clean up after themselves?
That'll explain itself later. He sees a pile of gold and sees it as junk. This is one of those spaces whose outside does not belie the size of its inside. It's a tiny little tent and this is in there.
There's the long tapestry. I don't remember it looking so old and frayed. The threads describe the creation of the world and the passing of the two shadows.
So there's some setup here with the long tapestries. The first one, creation of the world and the passing of the two shadows. The next one,
Here's more of the tapestry. The pattern shows the entire history of the weavers, back to the founding of the great guilds.
from this you can gather that weaving is a part of his people's background. And these are historical tapestries. In the last tapestry,
The last section tells about the decline of the guilds. There's a third shadow gathering. That's strange. The end is completely torn off.
the last tapestry is incomplete. It is torn.
There's Hetchel. And the elders don't look at all pleased with her.
You have heard the findings of this council, Dame Hetchel. Have you anything to say in your own defense?
My elders, my actions speak for themselves.
This reckless defiance is intolerable. Any secret you share with Cigna's son might be turned against us.
His talent is awakening, and the power is very strong in him. We dare not desert him now.
Stubborn old fool! Who are you to decide such things?
Enough, Lachesis. Hetchel, I am grieved to see your many years of service end in such disgrace.
My destiny is yours to weave.
Hetchel, the fabric of your life has been woven by your own choices.
Gaze once more upon the great loom, if you would know your ultimate destiny. For that destiny is now upon you.
A swan's egg. What does it mean?
Something is deeply wrong. That draft has never failed before.
What is that noise? Outside!
The guild is under attack.
Who dares to desecrate the great loom of the weavers?
This is the work of that demon boy. We should kill him while we still can.
Your name will be cursed forever, son of Cigna, loom child, bobbin thread.
My name? But I had nothing to do with this. Wait, where are you going? No explanations. No goodbyes. And once again, I'm left behind.
So, voice is a little bit desynced, but not that bad. So Bobbin's left behind after a song is played, which turns people into
Those are the
swans.
same 4 threads spun by the elders.
Yeah.
It's still echoing in the loom.
We can
It's
pick up
heavier
the
than it
distaff. If you were playing on a lesser difficulty level, each section of the distaff would be labeled with notes. Right now, the lowest 4 notes are available. Lowest 4, I think. The highest ones are
Might
unavailable.
help to point at something first.
All right, let's point at something. So this game relies on you remembering the spells that are weaved and remembering the notes that weaved them. So if we remember the notes that were played, oh, here we go. This helps.
The egg, it's trying to open.
So that's the opening spell, which is, I think... Yep. And you can also enter it on the keyboard, which is what I'm doing, because the notes correspond to musical notes.
There's my boy.
What's happening? The whole village has flown away without us.
From the moment you came into this world, Bobbin, great and terrible things have been happening. The elders hoped that your birth was the cause of it.
Why would the elders want to get rid of me? I'm such an awful weaver that they never even let me study with the others.
They fear you, Bobbin. When the swan arrived, they were already trying to weave the same draft on you that they had worked on me. But the draft turned against them. It means only one thing, that the pattern is failing of its own accord.
No. Can't it be stopped?
Stop chaos? The only thing to do is embrace it and turn ourselves into creatures of shadow, or plan our escape.
Escape? To where?
I don't know. But if we are to survive, we must find out where that flock has flown and join them if we can. You've already found Atropos's distaff. Good. You won't be able to weave very much with it at first, but as you practice, its true power will be revealed to you. It's time to leave this island, Loom child. Your destiny lies beyond the sunset, across the sea.
Mother Hetchel, where are you going?
Goodbye, Bobbin. I must follow the swans.
Well, this is a fine mess. Everybody's gone and I still don't understand what's going on. Why did they keep calling me Loom Child? Nobody's ever let me anywhere near a loom.
So he's a weaver who doesn't weave. And there's the call to adventure, and he has to head across the sea. So our first step is going to be finding out how to get off this island. Nice. Mother Hetchel, you may have noticed that I'll put the music back on underneath us, because there's a lot of silence in this version, which is not what I remember from the olden days. There's Mother Hetchel, and then there were the 3 other weavers. The astute people might have noticed that they have the names of the fates, of the Greek fates. There was at least Lachesis and Atropos, so you'd assume that the 3rd was Clotho. So we head out onto the island and see what we can see. I'm going to be taking down notes on notes. Literally notes on notes. But let's see what's in the... We already know this one's dark and there's gold. This one...
That's the Book of Patterns. I already know what's in it.
The Book of Patterns is basically all of the drafts that can be weaved. So, let's look at the flask. I'm gonna have to hear that one more time.
It's still dripping. What a mess.
One way or another, we do not have that note. It's G. Hold on, one more time. G is the first note. We do not have that level. It's G-E-E-D in this case. It's different. It's different. It doesn't stay the same amongst playthroughs.
That thread's too high.
I don't have G, but how about E-E-D? Nope, it's not E. So if it's not E, then it's... Oh.
That thread's too high.
Could be F. I don't have F either. Great. Well, I know what the pattern is, at least. It's... I think I'm going to write down G, F, F, E and see if that's what it is later, when we get it.
That thread's too high for me.
Yeah, bobbin.
Grass green. I hate that colour.
One more time. Sorry.
Grass green. I hate that colour.
I think that's CDCD, so it would be... I will write that one down.
Changed.
Alright. So, here's where you also learn that you can reverse the patterns when you're weaving. So that was CDCD. If we do DC, DC...
There. Looks much better in white.
we can undo it. And since Bobbin hates green, we're gonna go around and
looks much better in white.
Make all of these white.
Grass green. I hate.
This game's kind of mean when you're playing it on expert and you don't have the note, so you kind of have to internalize what that note possibly is, and then write down what it might be for when you do get the note and are able to do that ability later. So that was dying from the cauldron, and that was emptying from the flask. We can't go, well, we can go in there, but it's not going to do anything yet. There's nothing in that tent, so we go back out here. I think there's something down on the beach. It's been a while since I've done this. There's these seagulls, and there's also this clam. What the seagulls got to say to me? E-C-E-D. That is the opening thing that we used on the egg, so I'm assuming. Yep.
Ugh.
I don't know if there's anything else that we have to do with the gulls. I don't think there is. Alright. You could jump into the water, you find that out here. You also can get out of the water. We'll go back out. Every little bit of flexing of your muscle that you do with the distaff will lead to you being able to cast more. So the idea is cast as much as you can so that you learn new notes.
There's an owl in there.
Also learn new spells so that you can cast more. Another hole.
Another owl.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know there were so many owls in these woods.
And there's one more hole.
That one is still empty.
It's empty. That means there's another owl over here. There he is.
He's fast asleep.
Sleepy owl. There's a bramble.
Ouch.
Whoop. Guess that owl's awake. And, the owl got the bunny.
Ouch.
I don't think the thorns have anything for us. The gravestone.
Destiny shall draw the lightning down from heaven, roll its thunder far across the sea, to where I wait upon the shore of wonder, on the day the sky is opened and the tree is split asunder.
So this is a major hint as to what you have to do. It's in memory of Lady Signa Threadbare, that's Bobbin's mother. And it mentions going across the sea on the day the sky is opened and the tree is split asunder. So,
The day the sky is opened.
and then he reiterates it, basically telling you, hey, you gotta try to open the sky, idiot. Which, we'll do.
I like the view from the cliff better.
And then he tells you that too. So, if we do ECED here for the opening spell,
Maybe I should stand a bit closer.
basically you gotta go up on the cliff. Something that I always like to try to do, because I always found it really creepy. If you try to do that same opening on a grave, this happens.
Just as well. Some things are better left alone.
Maybe a mite bit of foreshadowing there, I suppose. Oh, we got the last owl in the hole.
All the holes
Is that
are full now.
CDDC? I think that's CDDC.
I guess that draft doesn't apply to holes.
I guess that draft doesn't apply to holes. CDDC. Okay. So you'll see me popping out like that just to notate in a text document what the drafts are. So that gave us owl vision, night vision, which we can use if we go back in here into the dark room. The darkness.
Wonderful. I can't see a thing.
So this is pretty cool. So they had a pile of gold, and he's like, "Wow, what a waste! Just leaving their
these people ever clean
junk
up after
around."
themselves?
And then over here, a pile of straw,
Don't these people ever clean up after
also
themselves?
junk. And then the weaving wheel. Is that... Let's see. Nope. Nope, that's wrong. That's D, 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 E then. Pargon, Pargon, Pargon.
I guess that isn't a draft.
D. Look at this. I got a new note. So let me denote DDDE. Okay. And then we can reverse that. Because, you know, who needs all this crappy gold? Clean it up. There we go, much better. It's just straw now.
Back to straw. This gets much easier with practice.
So the emptying required a higher note. I wonder if we have that higher note now. Let me see.
It might help to point at something first. It's still dripping. What a mess. That thread's too high for me.
Alright, so it's definitely GFFE. But we don't have the G yet, so we can't do it. But we should notate what that is, because if you don't, later on when you need to use Pargon, 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 Ulioth. I mean, GDDE. You won't have it. Alright, so there's the sky. Let's open that damn sky. Really? Where are you walking?
I like the view from the cliff better.
Bobbin threadbare. The cliff it is. I remember the first part of this game very, very well, and then less as it goes on. There we go, there's the sky. Splash. That's the sound of a splash being made. I remember there being better PC sound that came right out of the PC speaker than this Steam version of this game. But I'm not complaining. We got talkies. So there goes this tree.
Is it over?
I tried to find the ultimate version of Loom, and I realized that there is no such thing as the ultimate version of Loom. I mean, I could install the old... Well, no, I probably couldn't install the old diskettes I have from the 90s. But if I could, I would. But then we wouldn't have the talkies. And that's pretty awesome. So, that's it for the initial Weaver's Island. We're gonna hop on this Ultimate Doom, Ultimate Loom, same thing, right? They're like the same game. Not. Oh, that's it. We've managed to... We've done it. This is a beautiful game. If you think about the VGA pixel art from 1990. This is really pretty. Whoop. Well, that's not good. It's a twister. It's a water spout.
Huh?
Why are you going so close? I just want to see the water spout.
I think that's close enough.
That definitely uses the F, and I think it's C.
Huh?
So, I believe I'm going to write that down. I think it's CFCC then. So then if we're going to...
Huh?
We don't want to... Well, we're not going to twist it. We want to untwist it, so... CCFC?
Huh?
There goes the water spout. Easy. If only life was that easy. We need a magical distaff, though. G? We got the G now. So we could do the emptying and the inverse of emptying. Filling. So you get a choice. Either we go into the forest or we go over to this green city. I'm going to the green city. Whether you like it or not. Come on, Bobbin. Get moving. Get to Bobbin. I hope that the song plays. Oh, of course not. Oh, we're getting that song playing. Yeah, it's the Emerald City. It really kind of is. And there may or may not be a man behind the curtain. Alright, so we're in a statuary hall, it looks like. And there's one plaque that we can read all the way over here. Alright, are we gonna read it, Bobbin? Come on.
Welcome to Crystal Guard, stranger. I'm Master Goodmode, 31st in the Noble Guild of Glassmakers. And who might you be?
My name is Bobbin. Bobbin Threadbare of the, Noble Guild of Weavers.
A weaver! Tell me, is it true that to peer beneath a weaver's hood brings instant agonizing death?
I honestly don't know. Nobody's ever tried it with me. You have such a wonderful view of the sky here. Have you noticed a flock of swans flying this way?
Swans?
Swans?
Swans.
Swans.
You know, birds.
Yes, swans! No, I haven't heard of any swan sightings. Look around to your heart's content, Weaver Threadbare. And remember, if you break it, you buy it.
So, it's the Glassmakers Guild.
Softshod, wife of loosened bottle blow, here attained final clarity.
Attained final clarity. That's a nice phrase for passed on, went to the afterworld. Oops, something's going on over there. Let me see what's going on. It's that same guy that we just met. And some other dude.
Hear what they're saying.
I trust your excellency is pleased with our progress?
That all depends on how far this sphere can help me see.
4 hours, most assuredly. Perhaps 6, with a bit of luck.
Only 6 hours? But I expressly requested 8.
Every sphere is unique, Bishop. It is impossible to accurately predict how well this sphere will perform.
I need at least 8 hours. 8 hours, Master Crucible. See to it.
So it's a future-telling sphere or a scrying sphere up there on the pedestal. Ah, where am I? I am here. This is like an Escher painting. To some degree. What goes where? I don't know. That goes over there, okay. Good lord. Okay, Bobbin. Whatever. I'm down here. There's a way to get to this, goblet. I think that it's maybe over here? Where did you go? Oh, I just walked out the back of the building. Great. I know that's not the way, but I'm gonna go here. So there are these bells in these crystal rooms, telephone booth room type things. Glass bells.
Bell. I wonder what will happen if
you ring them, they have their own form of weaving.
I'm dizzy.
Ah, look!
Who are you, lad?
And just what do you think you're doing up here?
I'm not sure. I just rang the bell and
Well, I'm sorry, but you're not supposed to be here.
Step back under the lens, please.
This is a restricted area. No visitors allowed.
Good day, sir.
So they unceremoniously throw you out. We still have to get over to this scrying
Guess I'm not
sphere.
supposed to go up there.
But over here. Where can I go? Out the door. Back into here. Across the bridge. So can't get into the tower yet. They're working on some kind of large scythe. Okay, alright. I'm going in the building. Come on. Stop being such a pain in my butt. Do what I'm telling you to. You went in the building the first time, Bobbin. Ugh. Like, whoa! Oh, that was trippy. Okay. Why did... Sometimes it's very hard to control this game. There is the whole one-click thing, you know, but it's also not very clear what you're clicking on sometimes. I want to go up there. I know I do. Well, what particular pixel am I going to have to click on to make that happen? No. You were in the background. There you go. There we are. That's what I wanted to do the whole time. So we needed to get to this goblet and take a look at it.
That's beautiful. I've never seen anything sparkle like that. Not even the long tapestry. What kind of glass is it?
It was carved from a single crystal of diamond.
But I thought you were glass makers.
No, we are. A dear boy. This is none other than the famous Chromax conundrum, wrought by our distinguished founder, Lucent Bottleblow. His works once filled an entire museum, you know. And that was before the Great Dragon arrived in 7342. She blew through this city like a torch, melting and breaking our finest works, plundering our museums and treasuries until we had almost nothing left. It was awful, just terrible, really a miserable time. Even Bottleblow's greatest masterpiece, the first scrying sphere, was lost forever.
But you still have the conundrum.
And a lucky thing, too. It was on loan to the Guild of Vintners at the time. It is the sole remaining example of our founder's transcendent genius.
But I'm still curious. Why is it diamond instead of glass?
We've no idea at all. That's the conundrum, you see.
Did you guys see that one coming? Oh. That's the conundrum. Hilarious. So there was a little flashback to when the dragon ravaged the glassmaker city.
I wonder where that dragon went with Bottleblow's other treasures.
Also foreshadowing to a lost scrying lens, which, you know, was the best one ever because it was made by the best glassmaker ever. We're going to... Yeah, right? People who live in glass houses shouldn't piss off dragons. That's a hot take. So we've learned the emptying, and we've gotten the ability to cast a G. We can do the G. We can't empty this chalice anymore.
Still empty.
We can turn it around and fill it, which should be, instead of GFFE, EFFG.
I wonder where that dragon went with Bottleblow's other treasures.
You can technically do that before the headmaster of the glassmakers comes by, and then he basically says, "Oh, clever." So you notice that weavers don't just weave cloth, they weave magic. They weave the pattern of the world in this game. So all of this manipulation of things is just the idea of weaving the pattern of the world. Which makes you really wonder about that tapestry being ripped. Oh, there's one last thing that we could look at, but we don't have to. We can go up the path. And when we do that, we'll go to the other area that we could go to, which was the forest. Oh, it's the forest with the mountain path to get there. This is a world of guilds. Oh. Oh, that's high.
Halt!
That's a G.
Who goes?
Well. Looks like a scrawny runt trying to sneak into our flocks.
Sneak? You call that sneaking? I heard them coming all the way in from down.
Thought you were going to fleece some shepherds, did you? Maybe we ought to take the shears to you instead.
Listen, I mean, I'm not looking for sheep or trouble. I'm looking for a flock of swans.
Swans?
Swans?
You know,
It's a running joke now.
birds.
Oh, swans! Of course.
We should have known. Everybody comes here when they want swans.
Next you'll be telling us you're some sort of wizard off to fly away with them birdies.
Right.
Wizard? Wizard? You wouldn't happen to be the great wizard that Fleece was telling us about, would you know?
Fleece?
He is sort of dressed like a wizard.
I don't know. He doesn't look very powerful to me.
Me neither. I say we don't let him by until we know for sure. Come on then,
Sorry.
wizard. Let's see some magic. Or going
else.
somewhere, little wizard.
So we're supposed to do something to make these
Offer
shepherds
the elders back home.
be intimidated. I've got nothing. I mean, let's open them up. It's my general response. Nah, it didn't work.
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
That wasn't it.
I guess that isn't a draft.
Just trying to figure out what their invisibility spell is. Nope.
I guess that
So then it
isn't
was
a
this.
draft.
Yep. That's the invisibility. Which was GCCD.
Better at stealth than us shepherds.
Aye, and you'll have to do better than that to get past us.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. You annoying shepherds.
Come on, lads. He's had enough. Let him go.
Some kind of wizard, eh?
Don't trip on your robe, little wizard.
Get on, you lazy bunch of yous. Back to work.
I like the voice work. It's pretty good. I don't think I've ever experienced this game with the voices. So every time I played it in the, the olden days, I didn't have a voiced version. Resetting the music track to Crystal Guard. Another version of it. With another sound chip. Wish I could get the old IBM PC speaker version. Or even the Sound Blaster version. But I do have the Roland version. Alright, so here's the other thing that we didn't look at when we were here. We can look at these workers.
What's going on up there?
And we can cast things on them from here. Like... Aha!
I wonder, did it work? Only one way to find out.
That was the invisibility spell. So if this worked, then we can get up there and see what they're doing, get past them. It worked.
Our esteemed Bishop Mandible cuts quite a figure, doesn't he?
I don't doubt the Crucible's getting tired of bowing and scraping. To him. Why would the clerics want a scrying sphere anyway? I thought they didn't believe in the future.
Yeah, your guess is as lucid as mine, Flute. But Crucible appears to think that they're up to no good again.
Then why would you do business with them at all? Let alone sell them a sphere.
Well, you know, Crucible, he'd sell his own mother's spectacles if he thought there was a profit in it. And the clerics are paying off in cash.
Which should keep us in the clear for years to come. Still, I'm certainly pleased that Crucible's not taking any chances. This scythe might become very useful if our friend the bishop has been less than transparent with us.
Ouch!
Yes, very useful indeed.
So, they're sharpening the scythe. They are talking about the deal that's being made with the Clerics Guild for the Scrying Sphere. And actually, we actually can get a draft off these guys.
It's even sharper than a weaver's spindle.
I think we can. There it is.
That side is even sharper than a weaver's spindle.
What is it? I gotta hear it again.
That side is
I think it's higher than what we have.
Spindle.
I think that's an A. One more time. Yeah, that last note is the highest note that we have right now, and that's a G. So that's A-A-A-G. I'm going to write that down. Alright. Alright, so we can move on. We can go out the other glass bell door. Glass bell, not a door. And that brings us to over here, where we can take a look in this scrying sphere. Remember, this one goes ahead, what was it, 4 hours? They wanted it to be 8. And 6 is right out. There's another pattern. So that's whatever we used to get rid of the shepherds. And that was... I think that's E-F-F-E.
That must not be the right draft.
Yep. And you'll notice that some of these patterns
that
are
must
not
be the right draft.
Able to be reversed. That's one of them. The night vision pattern, unable to be reversed, because the opposite of night vision is not being able to see at night, so... So we'll try that that pattern we just learned on the shepherds. This is what they get for being a bunch of bastards. Messing with a weaver. Don't think we're a wizard. We'll go the other way up to the shepherds, because why not? We haven't gone that way. I really do like the Glassmaker City, Crystal Guard. It's pretty cool. It does have that Emerald City vibe going on. And then you get there and you're like, nah, this place is way cooler than Emerald City. We'll transition the song to the Shepherd song. Where are these bozos?
He's back!
Ah.
So are we.
Are you now? Take this. So this is what we do to work on them.
It's the dragon! He's after us!
Well, that worked. Funny, I don't feel very scary.
So the spell that we learned was terror. To make them afraid. So there's a sleeping shepherd here.
Poor fella. He must have had a long night.
I believe... Yeah, there's a draft here.
Hey, you! Get away from here! Now I've got to go and round them all up again. And you'd better not be here when I get back.
I think this is
Go on now.
A G F E. So, descending to sleep, ascending to wake. Let's just verify that. Descending to sleep, ascending to wake. That would make it... I'm gonna write this down. It's easier when I have a representation in front of me to be able to flip it around. So... EFGA. Are we gonna cast on him, please?
Poor fella. He must have had a long night. Poor fella. That thread's too high for
I don't
me.
have an A yet, so it's outside of my range. You know what we can do? Right? There is some Ocarina of Time stuff going on here, isn't there? If you're tone deaf, you cannot do expert mode. If you do the other mode, it doesn't show you the notes by color. If you do the practice mode, it shows you the notes by color. So, like, the lowest note is a red note, and so on and so forth. So, I'm gonna cast the dyeing. I can dye the sheep green. It's great. Which is CDCD. Notice C is red, D is like a orangey. You can see that when it first gets cast. Oh, look at that. That's annoying for this poor shepherd. I love doing this to this guy.
Hey, you!
Tone deaf and colorblind,
Green
ultimate
sheep.
difficulty.
Whoever
It's
heard
true.
of green sheep? How am I
Green
supposed
sheep.
to watch sheep that I can hardly see? Go on now.
I'm gonna leave his sheep green just to mess with him. This is a direct callback to the fact that it was wool that was dyed in the Weaver's Guild. And you're like, what's wool? But the hair of sheep. The Shepherd's Guild is pastoral. Oh, there's another set of graves.
Some of these graves are really old.
Sorry, I do this every time that we pass a grave. I should have did it back in Crystal Guard. Open up them graves.
Perhaps I shouldn't try that again.
Alright, let's go into the, Oh. There's a little...
Hello there.
Who said that?
I did. My name is Fleece, first chosen of the Guild of Shepherds. I wish we had time to chat a while and trade some tales, but we have got a serious problem on our hands.
What sort of trouble are you having?
It seems we've a dragon nearby who has an enormous appetite for fresh mutton.
Oh no.
We breed our sheep for extra whiteness, so we cannot keep them on the meadows. She can spot them miles away. By now, the dragon has carried off so many that we may not be able to fill the cleric's order.
The clerics? I just saw the bishop at the glassmakers.
Bishop Mandible? He placed the order for 10,000 sheep.
10,000 sheep.
That's enough to feed an army.
Yes, that had occurred to us too. You noticed our increased patrol in the forest. We'll deliver the sheep to the clerics if we can, but we won't trust them.
I suppose fighting the dragon will be out of the question.
Only a mage can save us.
Only a mage can save us.
I see you've noticed my little friend.
Our
She
voice lines are
doesn't
getting
look
clipped
at all
off.
well.
That's not
She isn't, and my songs of healing don't seem to be bringing her much comfort.
Song of Healing? That's another A. A, C, C, A, maybe?
I wish I were better with him.
Can
Her
I
eyes
cast it?
opened, just a little. Try it again.
I think that that's ACCA. I'm gonna guess. So I don't have A.
That thread's too high for me.
Well, it's definitely C. That's gotta be. Alright. You know what we'll do? We will... yeah. This will make the poor sheep feel better. Oh, I can't turn the sheep green.
Perhaps I shouldn't bother her.
That'd be a dick move, I suppose.
The flock is out to pasture. You'll find them there. Go forth, wizard, and may you return safely to our fold.
You got it. By now, you guys probably have guessed what the solution to the super white fleecy sheep is, since I kind of did it to some of the sheep already. Dragon can't catch what you can't see. Oh, that was amazing.
Well, what have we here? Oh, that's what comes of being in such a blazing hurry, I guess. I thought you looked a bit scrawny. Oh, why, you'd hardly make a decent kindling.
That was the track captured by the dragon. I will put the shepherd theme back on. Yeah, this version. Alright, let's talk to the dragon.
Have you
'Cause we like dragons.
manners, lad? Stop staring at me.
Oh, was I staring? So sorry.
Oh, don't mind
Yep.
me, love. I get rather crotchety on an empty stomach.
Does that mean you're going to incinerate me then?
Incinerate you? Oh my, aren't you the foxy one? I haven't created any fire since my last mating season, and you don't want to know how many centuries ago that was. No, that's much too much heat for me these days.
You mean you can't breathe fire?
Can't? Let's just say I won't. Just between you and me, love, the stuff gives me the heebie-jeebies.
This dragon's awesome. I never pictured this dragon as having like an old British lady's voice. This is awesome.
Can't take your eyes off me, can you? Can't take your eyes off me, can you?
So there's a dragon.
That's
There's
quite a bit
gold.
of gold you have there.
That? Oh, that's nothing compared to what it used to be. Piled floor to ceiling it was. Everyone said it was the most beautiful lair anywhere, and right they were too. Then one day, last spring it was, comes along this third-rate wizard who botched up everything. He tried to get the volcano to blow, but only shook up the place in a huge earthquake instead. Broke all my fancy glass, mind you, and made off with most of the gold, too. The only thing he left me was a gorgeous glass ball.
The glass scrying sphere.
It's gold again.
Oh, I clicked outside the window, sorry.
Useless stuff.
And my text document for the... I don't think there's a way out. Maybe there is, but I don't recall. No, there's no way out. So we're left faced with a dragon who we could probably mess with. No, is this way out? I don't think so. No. So we do have the Terrify spell. We could try to terrify the dragon, but I think we know what the dragon's afraid of, given that she said that she will not breathe fire. So let's do that to her anyway. Take that, dragon. Terror. Yeah, she's afraid of fire.
Eek! Fire! Put it out! Put it out! That wasn't the least bit funny, young man. We are not
amused. Hilarious. So what we can do to mess with her as well is we, of course, know how to turn gold into straw and straw into gold, so... Oh, look at that wonderful pile of gold turn into straw.
Put it back the way you found it, now.
No. So we gained the A. Which means that we can now cast the healing spell, which I believe is ACCA. We can test that out on her. It is a draft.
That didn't help at all.
You don't want to mess with the dragon, do you? Do you want me not to mess with the dragon? I could turn her stuff back to gold. No, we just can't go any further, guys. We're stuck here. End of the stream. You know I'm gonna go on. And the the only other thing that we learned that has an A involved in it is sleeping. I will. I'm just gonna let her take a nap. I mean, she's earned it, right? AGFE. See, she's just tired.
Sheep. Gold. Sheep.
Gold and sheep.
Eek! Fire!
That's the real deal this time.
You haven't heard the last of me, you cheeky brat!
Well, there goes all her gold. I feel kind of bad now, but I have to move forward. Aha! We are faced with the darkness. Yet again, we are faced with the darkness. Good thing we have CDDC, which is the night vision spell. I think I can... No, we haven't gotten to the next song. There's a lot of emptiness here, but we'll put this back on.
It might help to point at something first.
So yeah, this is a cavern, and it's twisty and turny. Oh, where am I? I may not be in the correct place. Yeah, there's a part of the cavern I think that I have to go back to. Oh, we'll find out when we go down a little bit. Maybe not. Oh yeah, never mind. I like how night vision gives me this rounded bordered tiny area of sight, and that's it. It's not unlimited night vision. It's very limited night vision. Just like owls. You can only see that far. My God,
going back that way.
This Bob and Threadbare scream that has appeared multiple times now is awesome.
My own reflection.
I think that's... That's ADDA.
That must not be the right draft.
Well, I mean, that is a draft. So I believe that that is the draft that I just learned. Where am I supposed to go? Is there an inverse to that? What was it again? ADDA. No, you cannot undo it. And where is the path out of here? Is it through the pool? No. Is there a hole? Ah, it's behind, of course. How did I not see that? Maybe it is? Yeah, it is. Oh, Lord. Look at that. We made it out. This is one of the cooler puzzles. So, what do you think works on these steps?
Repair costs must be spiraling.
Also, that pun.
Repair costs must be spiraling.
Oh.
I guess that isn't a draft.
This requires remembering the water spout and thinking of the application.
There. That ought to get me across.
Because it's a twisty, we need to untwisty it. A dragon's still on the prowl. She ain't too happy about what we did to her. Oh well. Let's see what there is to see. Looks like some more graves. It's like everywhere we go, it's time to see some more graves.
These grave markers are forged from solid bronze.
Ah, we've come to another guild.
He's fast asleep.
We should wake that kid up. We know how to do that. AGFE, EF, GA. Typical boys sleeping in graveyards.
Hello there. What's that? Your music woke me up.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, not to worry. I'm Rusty Nailbender.
I'm Bobbin Threadbare, of the Weavers.
Weavers, eh? Our folk are blacksmiths. I'm supposed to be getting firewood for the master, but this plateau's being picked cleaner than a new blade. Come over here. That's us down there. The forge. That's what we call it. I've heard you weavers don't get out much. What's your business here?
I've been looking for a flock of swans.
Swans? No. No swans around here. Oh, say, all this talk has made me sleepy. A real pleasure, though. Oh, let me know if you find your swans. Oh.
Is there a necromancer guild? I don't know if a necromancer guild per se would be what exists.
Are forged from solid bronze.
Don't forget, I can open graves.
I'm not sure I should try that.
Alright, so I know that we are not going to need the full time for this game. Being where we are right now, no way. There's probably maybe half hour, 45 minutes left in this game, so I'm going to...
Oh, who are you?
Just me, a friendly stranger?
Just
This is a private guild, my strange young friend. The gate only opens for members.
So, the Metal Smith's Guild, the Smith's Guild is crafting tons of
It's locked. It's
things.
locked.
There's a huge demand for mutton. There's a huge demand for, or there's a demand for a scrying sphere to see into the future. So we have the ability to reflect our good friend Rusty here. Let's do it. And there's no way to undo this. I think we could probably do it again, though. Yeah. So I'm going to switch to look like Rusty, which will get me in the door, probably. And I'm going to wake Rusty up, just to see what he has to say.
It might help to point at something first.
EFGA. FGA.
Nice trick, Weaver. Me own mum wouldn't know the difference. Soft robes, though. Just the thing for sleeping in. Do you mind, then?
Oh, Rusty's making me yawn. So now we can probably get in the front door.
Hello, young nailbender. About time you were coming home. Stoke's been looking for you, and he ain't real happy.
Stoke.
You better get in there right now.
This place is awesome. It's a gigantic anvil, as you may have seen. Look at all the people just hammering away at the forge. Yeah. It is beautiful. The non-VGA version of this, the EGA version, is especially good pixel art as well. You can see that they're running through all the wood they have with what they're doing.
Well, it's about time, you lazy idiot. I sent you out 4 hours ago for firewood, and you bring me back one scrawny stick. If your father weren't the foreman, I'd toss you in the furnace. You're just like the use downstairs with the bishop right now. If that fire goes out and the cleric's swords don't get done...
I'm sorry, I had a bit of trouble.
Perhaps you'd like to offer your confessions to the bishop in person. I'd be happy to arrange it. Now give me that stick! I'm done dealing with the likes of you, Nailbender. I'll be back, and you'd better hope the furnace doesn't go out.
What a mess. I can't do anything without my distaff.
So he took the distaff. He mentioned the clerics have a huge sword order.
It's locked. And me with no distaff.
There's not much you can do.
And me with no distaff.
Without the distaff. You can look at the straw.
That straw looks awfully comfortable, though. Oh, it must have a sleep draft woven into it.
Imagine frightening a poor defenceless old thing like me.
Uh-oh.
Poor. Well, I may not be much good with fire, love, but I still enjoy the taste of tender, firm young meat.
One blasted stick of wood left, curse that lad! 10,000 swords to forge, and the furnace is about as cold as my chances for promotion. I don't believe this. Real nice of that Weaver kid. Just wait until his turn comes. I'll be waiting for him on the outside.
Oh dear, that means trouble.
Bobbin got him killed.
If Elder Atropos saw his staff treated so, he'd have something to say about it. You could be sure of that. Careful now, old bird. Let's not singe the feathers.
There's the distaff. Hooray! And as celebration for getting the distaff back, let's turn that straw back into gold.
It's gold again. What useless stuff.
Door open. All right. Furnace bin is empty. I think that we could fix that for them.
Not a stick left.
Bet you this will work. I don't know if we have to do this, but I hope this works. So that was the inverse emptying.
Now that's more like it.
Weavers really are fantastical. They have like super magic powers to be able to do shit like that. Really. They just made something come out of nothing. Just like you did with the wine in the glass. Oh, this place.
The final blade is even now in the hands of our most skilled blade shaper, Your Excellency. How's it coming there, Edgewise?
I'm just putting the edge on the last sword, sir.
Good to hear it. No slacking off now. Let's get it finished.
You share with me a historic moment, Foreman. Forging of the 10,000th sword marks the end of our preparations. How much longer must I wait?
The steel will ring out its final defeat, sir. Not much longer now.
Very good then. Carry on.
So, there's nothing we can do in this room except for operate on those guys or the sword.
It's about time he stopped. That hammering was making my head.
So, things that we have twisting, we have invisibility, we have sharpening, we have terror, we have awaken and sleep, we have healing, we have reflection, dying, filling, opening and closing. So, twisting the blade would probably be pretty bad for it.
It's too noisy to spin any draft.
Ah. Can't spin the drafts while he's hammering. We need them to
Edgewise,
get him to stop.
Is that blade not ready yet? His Excellency is still waiting.
The metal is proud, sir. It does not.
The metal is proud, sir.
More sweat will soften it, I trust.
It will be a blade to be reckoned with.
The blade of reckoning. It does have a certain apocalyptic ring to it.
You getting bad vibes from these
I
clerics?
will not be kept waiting much longer.
Good metal rewards patience, exalted one.
And our client rewards quick service. Now pound!
So while he's holding it up, we need to cast. So I twisted it.
What evil is this? A witch's curse has twisted the final blade.
A curse, Edgewise? I think not. It would take more than a mere witch's curse to ruin my plans. You there! Could it be that this little prank is of your doing? Yes? Well then, I would be honored to have you as my guest at the cathedral. I know some other curses that may amuse you.
I'm getting really tired of this.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bishop Mandible, trans-ultimate apostle of the anti-secular conclave of clerics.
So good.
I know. Am I expected to kneel?
Silence, you impudent punk!
This is my assistant, Cobb.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And you require no introduction. Your cloak and staff betray your origins. But I must say I'm surprised to find you here. It's been quite a long time since any weaver bothered to leave that dreary little rock you call home. Loom. So provincial.
Loom, so
I
provincial.
can't help but wonder what impelled you to leave it now.
His Excellency asked you a question.
I know. I'm ignoring it.
Ah, recalcitrance. I see.
Shall I fetch the instruments of persuasion, Master?
Please forgive my assistant his eagerness. I fear Cobb is not very worldly. He does not understand the dangerous power of a weaver.
Dangerous? Your Reverence, him?
Quite dangerous indeed, my dear Cobb. In fact, he could burst this flimsy iron cage open with hardly a second thought.
That's impossible, most exalted one. I inspect the locks personally every fortnight.
Observe and learn then, for even now your prisoner plans his escape.
So, the obvious is to open the cage. And I can't open anything other than our cage.
Locked.
or deal with anything other than our cage right now, so... Obvious.
You see, Cobb? An elusive breed, these weavers. Fortunately, however, they're quite helpless without their weaving sticks.
That distaff will never work for you.
Oh, no, my young friend, you're quite wrong about that. Come, let me show you why. Consider the common graveyard. There, the boundary between the living and the dead is indistinct.
Every graveyard's like that, so...
Now, imagine what might happen if this delicate boundary were to be somehow breached. Torn open, so to speak.
It's not that simple. You can't just rip the pattern apart like an old rag.
But it is that simple, my boy, and I can. I have only to lift this rod, and the legions of the dead will stream forth onto the plane of the living. A vast army of the dead, nourished by the shepherd's flocks, armed by the artisanship of the blacksmiths, guided by the glassmaker's spear. All under the spiritual leadership of one supreme commander, me! The final hour is now at hand. The age of the clerics is upon us. I have preparations to attend to, Cobb. Don't let this boy out of your sight. He is to touch nothing. You understand me?
Perfectly, Your Excellence.
Lord Mandible, ruler of the universe. I do like the sound of it.
I'll have to change my stationery. Oh man,
You're not so
his voice is what I expected.
Are you?
Oh man. Yes. I mean, you're following him around the whole game. You know this dude is up to no good at all. And then just the reveal. It's not long. It's very punchy. I foreshadowed opening the graveyards every time that we went to a graveyard, so I guess that ruined it a little bit, but whatever. We have a dragon.
She looks hungry. I think I'll stay out of her way.
Or a beast. We have Cobb.
Going somewhere, Weaver boy.
No. We have the last sphere that he won't let me touch.
Said not to touch anything.
Oh,
I wasn't
God,
gonna
Cobb.
touch it. Just looking, Cobb. That's all.
Just looking, eh? Well then, perhaps we can do a bit of a trade. How about I let you look in the sphere
If what?
Well, the legends say that to gaze upon an uncloaked weaver brings death. Naturally, we clerics aren't given to such silly superstitions, but I'm curious. Let's answer this one once and for all, shall we?
That's right. Forgot about that.
May we have some quiet, please? I can't even begin to invoke the dead with all that screaming.
Well, he can't say he wasn't warned.
Also, you can't say that you were expecting that. There is something to looking underneath the hood of a weaver. See what the sphere's got for us. Easy. That's the turning people into swans song. Is that all that's there? Oh. That is a cooked goose. Our goose is cooked. Oh, that's a black feather. That's got to be Hetchel because she's not a swan. And then it repeats. Alright, well, I think all we can do is go out.
I see Cobb has been lax in his duty. No matter. You're just in time to witness the dawn of a new era.
You don't have the slightest idea of what you're doing. The pattern is already worn and frayed. If you rip a hole in it now, the consequences will be beyond anything you can imagine.
Spare me your weaver mysticism, boy. The time has come when the dead shall no longer envy the living.
Bam!
You've torn the pattern completely open.
And with it, the eyes of the dead. Behold!
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Who dares disturb the peace of those who sleep?
I welcome and greet you, noble spirit. I am Bishop Mandible, transultimate apostle of the anti-secular conclave of clerics. And whom have I the honor of summoning?
I don't think I want to be part of this conversation.
No one obeyed any summoning of yours, foolish mortal. I have summoned you. I am Chaos. You have merely opened the door, and I have passed through it. For this, you shall be rewarded. Join me now, as my slave.
Oh, Lord.
I see it has been much too long since my last visit.
That was a high-level spell.
I can't seem to hold on to this thing.
Can I fix this problem? No. Well, let me close that hole back up. Ooh. Oh! The beast is loose. That's gotta be wonderful. Let's see if the sphere's got anything new. Now that all hell's breaking loose. Yeah. That's very familiar. Yeah, same thing. Man, if only he got the better sphere. Alright, so... Oh! Uh-oh!
Stop! Ah!
Man, he always is screaming. Oh. So all of the graveyards opened up a hole in the pattern. So this is the... Yeah. Oh, it's my friend Rusty.
Is that you? You don't look at all well.
I'm not well. Actually, I'm dead.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say a thing. What do I matter? I'm just another one of the dead.
Oh, Rusty, I feel terrible. I didn't know.
And that's not even the end of it. I go outside to wait for doomsday, like a good little ghost scene. But no sooner do I get settled again, but some stupid idiot shreds the universe apart and hauls us all back inside. There are a lot of very unhappy dead wandering around here, let me tell you.
I know. I was there when it happened.
I might have known this was all your fault.
No, it wasn't me. The bishop managed this one all on his own.
Yeah? Well, there's going to be hell to pay, literally.
Literally.
There's talk among the dead that they're going to take over the world, starting with the Forge.
Oh.
My home.
Oh no.
Where we used to build strong things. good things.
The forge is gone. That's not good.
There's nothing left but bones.
I think we can fix him. We... If our magic's strong enough, that's the healing spell.
You did it. You brought me back.
It is what you wanted, isn't it?
Believe me, being alive is a lot more fun than being dead. But how did you do it?
Well, healing your body was easy. You're alive because the pattern is torn and your soul was free to return to this side.
Well, I must go, Bobbin. I've got to know what happened to the rest of my guild.
And I must do the same. Good luck, Rusty. And be careful.
Good fortune to you too, my friend.
Well, there goes Rusty. We solved his problem. Let's see what's through this hole. Oh, it's the shepherds.
You are too late, wizard. The dead have increased their numbers here. Those not dead are suffering, and my songs were again useless. All that's left for us is to put an end to their misery. Come, and extend your help, if you can.
Sure, I'll kill your friends, no problem. I mean, heal them. Heal them.
Please, what became of us? I was just walking among legions of dead.
You were saved by the mercy of yonder boy. We have not had the chance to thank you properly, wizard.
Same thing.
But our memories are long, and we will not forget you soon. Hail and farewell.
I wish they made
Come
another
along
game
now,
after this.
before the dead ones return to the harvest.
This was a cool IP. There's still more to go, but... Alright, this looks like, our friends, the Crystal Smiths, the Crystal Guard. Oh no!
Master
It's
Goodmold.
Master Goodmold.
Ah, the Weaver boy. At least you've escaped the terror of the dead ones.
It appears the Crystal Guard has not been so fortunate. But I don't understand. Why did you not use the Great Scythe?
We never doubted the scythe could save us. No, never, no indeed.
The scythe.
Even chaos must fall under its blade. But we could not do it. To unleash such merciless evil would show us to be no better than our enemies. The entire world would have feared us when it was done.
Oh.
And to have become so much like our enemy was unthinkable. Just unthinkable.
And so you didn't use it?
We knew the price. The best we could hope for was to defend it bravely. But we are not warriors.
You mean... Chaos stole the scythe?
We did what we could, but it was not enough. Remember us, my young friend. Tell the word that we fought with courage and chose death with clarity. Above all else, clarity.
Oh, nothing even left to bring back from the dead. Alright, well... doesn't leave much more. I assume... it's tied together by all the graveyards that there's gonna be the Loom graveyard here. Oh, no, wait. Maybe not.
Welcome, Bobbin. You have joined us here at last.
Where am I?
You are outside the pattern, the home of the dead, and of those transcended.
The Shore of Wonder?
Yes, Bobbin, the Shore of Wonder. And you are the first to behold it with mortal eyes.
Alright, we're on the Shore of Wonder. Let's talk to...
Your journey has been long, and
The
you
swan.
must have many questions.
You're the swan that appeared each year on my birthday, aren't you?
You saw me clearly then. I was never sure, but those visits meant so much. My only chance to watch you grow. You see, the elders forbade me to set foot on Loom Island just after you were born.
I thought you came to visit me, but I never quite believed it.
Call it a mother's curiosity. For indeed, Loom Child, that is who I am.
My mother is a swan?
Indeed. In mortal life, however, I was Lady Signa Threadbare, banished by the elders 17 long years ago for drawing an unforeseen infant out of the loom. How I've longed to know you, and you to know me, my son.
Liar. That's just not true. My mother is buried in the weaver's graveyard.
Dear Hetchel, she and the elders put that stone there so you wouldn't ask too many questions. Hetchel vowed to protect you forever, Bobbin. She is my dearest friend, and she loves you very much. But I fear her love has driven her to recklessness.
What do you mean? Where is she?
She flew off to Loom Island to confront the Dead Ones.
The Dead Ones are after her?
It's not Hetchel they're after, my son. They want the loom itself. If Chaos masters its secrets, the pattern will be hers to control. Hetchel plans to destroy the loom, if Chaos doesn't consume her first.
No, I've got to go back there, now!
You won't get far in that direction. The loom lies beyond the lake. No, you must try a more subtle strategy.
Oh. What do you propose?
The Dead Ones move between the holes your bishop friend rent in the pattern. If you weave the holes closed, it will be harder for them to follow you.
That makes sense, I suppose.
Her eyes. They're just like mine.
So, it's time to go back and, close the holes. Nothing to do there anymore. I did not mean to go through it. One more. That's the big one. You gotta love it when the evil mastermind's grand plan is to control... Ooh.
That's the last hole. Now, let's go find Hetchel.
I believe that we just learned the final note, which is high C. I believe. I was saying, the evil mastermind's grand plan is to unleash a force that they have no control over, and no hope of controlling. Because they have the hubris to think that, yeah, this is gonna be okay. And then they get ripped apart for it. Alright, we've closed it all.
Her eyes. They're just like mine.
No other swan stories. They should have stayed secular. Oh, there's the Loom portal. So we're back on the island. The ghost blacksmith anvil is here. So we have. Now let's look at the loom.
Mind yourself, Bobbin. Get your distaff ready. You must unmake the loom now before chaos takes control.
What? How? I don't know what draft to use.
Birds and children have no business wielding such power.
Weavers are the only ones who do have the right to use this power.
Destiny has blessed you, young Threadbare. For you alone will live on to pass your guild secrets to others more worthy of them. I invite you to serve my new empire as advisor.
Me?
Wow, what a good deal.
Advisor?
Of course, I will expect your full cooperation in this
historic exchange of goodwill.
After all, anything else may bring harm to our relationship.
Don't listen to her, Bobbin. Heed me now. Here are the threads that will unmake the loom.
Silence.
Rachel, say something, please. I need that draft.
Enough! I lose patience in the presence of inferior beings. You will now instruct me in the use of this fascinating instrument.
I think that was the highest note we have. It's a
body.
Preference noted.
Might not. Preference noted. Over my dead body. Preference noted.
I advise you not to approach me too closely, Weaver boy.
I want to talk to
I
you.
advise you not to approach me too closely, Weaver boy.
Let's cast something that surely won't help her. What could she be afraid of? Nothing.
Throw away that stick, young fool. Your
Fine.
Weaver magic can't begin to touch me.
Her beak moves, but there's nothing, not a sound.
I think that whatever got if I look at the loom, it'll echo it. So that was... I think that was this. It was. I'll write that down. Got it. Well, double silencing
That didn't work.
Hetchel's not going to help anything. Let's unsilence Hetchel with the inverse, which is FGAB. F.
Thank goodness. Now, Bobbin, quickly! The threads you need are...
Ducks are meant to be eaten, not heard.
Huh.
Now, I believe we were discussing the secrets of the loom.
That's not helping.
No, that ain't right. It's not BC, it's B... Nope, that's not right. This. That's it. That's BFBF. I'll write that down.
Didn't work.
Oh, we have to flip it.
Close your eyes now, Bobbin. But keep your ears open. Here descends the third shadow.
That bird has annoyed me once too often. Now, my esteemed advisor, where were we before we were so rudely distracted?
There is no way to undo that.
She left one behind.
And so she did. I think I shall keep it as a souvenir of our little encounter.
I want that feather. Give it to me.
My, impudent, aren't we?
Huh. So since that was either... Maybe that was BCCB? There's no way to turn that around. So you can't undo it.
I advise you not to approach me too closely, Weaver.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's not going to work on the dead
Throw away
one.
that stick, young fool. Your Weaver magic copy.
Well, Chaos, as Jack would say, Chaos!
Bobbin!
There goes the
Bobbin,
loom.
You did it! The loom is unmade!
You ignorant fools! Do you comprehend what you have done? None of us can pass across this rift your Weaver mischief has so blindly created. Your pious meddling has brought the end of my dream. You will hear for all eternity the cries of those you have abandoned, Bobbin Threadbare. You will always know that you have left them under my roof.
We abandon no one. When our side of the pattern is mended, we will return and put an end to your evil.
Come, Loom Child. It is time for us to begin our destinies anew.
So we ripped the world in half, basically.
Leaving so soon, Weaver? I was looking forward to spending more time with you.
Here goes the scythe. We can click on nothing except for ourselves. And then we have one thing left to do. And that's...
Fly away while you can, young Threadbare, and know that we will most assuredly meet again.
I am ready, Mother. Let's go.
That's been in the background of the stream the whole time, by the way. Just the EGA version of it, so it wasn't blatantly obvious. It's right next to my face, right here. And that's Loom. Told you it was fast. Bishop Mandible, David Case. Right? Doesn't it? There's so much more they could do. This is pretty cool. I would have liked a second game in this series. It was very experimental. It was an adventure game. I don't think it was nearly as popular as the Monkey Island series. But special thanks to George Lucas. There were so many references to this game throughout all of the other games. Just little tiny references that seeing this game is of worth. That's it. It's the end of Loom. Let's see. Do any of the buttons work once you hit the screen? Do I want to restart? No. I can't even save it at this point. Not even if I wanted to. I guess all that I can do is click. Yes, I can quit. There, and there's the collage that I had made earlier. Which shows the moon, otherwise known as the Scythe. Some views of Loom Island, Bobbin waking up. And, yep. That was Loom. It was a short week. It's a good short week. I don't know what next week is going to bring. I suppose that I should discuss this with Flame regarding Legacy of Kain and the like. But there are a couple of options. We have, well, I don't know if I'm going to have the stomach for getting through Zack McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders. I started doing it last week, and that game is really weird. But it's really weird. I remember bits of it from when I was a kid, and I don't think I got halfway through it. I put an hour into it. I got really confused. There's the Indiana Jones game, The Last Crusade. That might be a quick playthrough. I might do that while we're on the Scum game thing. And since it's Indiana Jones, you guys already know the story, and it's just a whole bunch of fun. There's Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, which is actually a whole Indiana Jones story that I think actually might have been better than the Crystal Skull. But then again, it's not saying much now, is there? There's also... Well, thank you, Snooty. That was a weird... Well, I mean, there was not too many ways that could have ended, given that chaos was unleashed upon the world, and the only thing that could be done was to keep chaos from getting what it wanted, which was the power of the Loom. So, he stopped that, and theoretically, if there was a follow-up story, it would be they're coming back to fix the other side of the pattern. Chaos said, well, you just left everybody with us. And Bauman said, I'm not leaving anybody with you. We'll be back. That didn't happen. There's Metal Gear Solid. I know a number of you have not played it. All you know are the memes. That would be not too long of a play, and I love the story. The story is great. Once you get into it, you're hooked. That was one thing. There's the remainder of the Legacy of Kain. There's that Indiana Jones idea. I had another idea that I can't remember, but I guess over the next week we'll talk about it. We'll toss out some ideas and figure out what next week is. But quick week. Quick weeks are good. That being said, that's it for now. We'll be back next week. Probably from 9 to 12. Probably. Thanks for watching.